Yeah, guys, I just I don't know why I put this on my honorable mentions on my top movies list of 2019, and I'll admit, but yeah, I watched it, I rented it, and I'm speechless. I can't describe the words out of my mouth. You know what? Let's just start this. Yeah, Pet Sematary, a retelling from the original movie that came out somewhere, I think in the 1980s, I think. It's right here down in the description, or right down here. Yes, it's a retelling of Pet Sematary, and it's also, well, yeah, based on the novel by Stephen King himself. And it's directed by Kevin Kullish, if I pronounce his name right, and Dennis Widmeyer, starring Jason Clarke, Amy Semites, and John Lithgow. And I don't know, guys. I want to make this as short as possible because this is a straight out of Blu-ray. I didn't see this movie in theaters. I wanted to wait till it comes out on Blu-ray, and it's out. And let's begin. So yeah, the story is a retelling of Pet Sematary, and we get to see a family, the Creed family, moving in from Boston, Massachusetts, moving into Maine, and they are pretty much now living their lives there. But seeing, like, right after they move in there, something is very suspicious going on. They see a bunch of kids walking around, and they're pretty much burying this dead dog over there at the pet cemetery, and pretty much the little girl is kind of like getting a bit of the attention there of the pet cemetery, though. Until she meets Judd. Judd right there at least shows up out of nowhere and then helps Ellie Creed, which is the daughter of Lewis and Rachel Creed from the family. She gets helped by him, and then right there they start the relationship up, though. And then after that, we know more like that. The reason why they moved is that the father has a a transfer of him since he's a doctor over there, and he's pretty much curing patients in that hospital. And after that, we kind of see like a little girl pretty much like seeing some stuff at including the pet cemetery though, and seeing that this Judd guy pretty much has a bit of a backstory though. I don't want to describe anything about that too. It's just a family moving from Boston, Massachusetts, all the way to Maine, close to Derry though, which is kind of funny though. And after that, they just see a bunch of unknown, suspicious things going on in the forest, especially with the kids taking in the animals over there at the pet cemetery though. The girl checks it out though. She pretty much gets helped out by Judd. And after that, the bonding with Judd and the Creed family pretty much starts to get better though, until the unthinkable happens in the very end though. The retelling of the story though, it's a bit different though from the original movie though. I only see small parts of the movie though from the original, and I don't know much of it though. I really wish I can review it for you guys, the original one though, but I haven't seen it. So yeah, the story is sort of okay though. It's kind of different. Let's talk about Jason Clarke portraying Lewis Creed, the father. Well, since like the family is pretty much like moving to the other side of town, or should I say a couple of like a few miles away from Boston, Massachusetts, starting his life over there, becoming a doctor, and curing patients over there. We see him like becoming a good father. And to me, here's the thing: Jason Clarke does a really solid job here as a father, though, looking after his kids, and pretty much like and then here experiencing like moments of like what happens in the movie, and especially with one patient though, and from the looks of it though, I don't want to spoil much though, but when one patient of him goes away, that's when things pretty much just completely hallucinates his mind, and pretty much it's giving him signs to like not to go beyond Pet Sematary. I thought to me Lewis Creed, Jason Clarke did a pretty solid job though, and I thought he was okay though. Rachel Creed, portrayed by Amy Semites, if I pronounced her name. I thought she was okay as the mother though, taking care of the kids of Ellie Creed, and I forgot the name of the boy though. I think I put him right here in the description. I thought he was okay. I thought she was okay though, and yeah, she does pretty much about anything though. Even though we get to know a little bit of a dark backstory, I thought her performance was okay, so I'll give that one a pass. The real highlight of the movie, Ellie Creed. I thought to me in the very beginning how the way she was portrayed, she was really good though. But then when things completely just go, and after that, when she pretty much just comes back. Whoa. Wow. But you don't get much of it though, but how the way she's portrayed in the very end though. Jeez. And I cannot say much though, but she did a really, really good job though, becoming the beautiful, or should I say, the beautiful daughter that just pretty much had a great childhood though, until everything completely hit the fan with an accident that just occurred. And then when she comes back from the dead, yes, she completely realizes like where she comes from and stuff like that, and how the way she reacts to everything. Yeah, it's pretty insane though. And yeah, all I can say is her performance was really good though, and yeah, I give her a plus on that. John Lithgow as Church as Judd. I thought to me he was really good though, and how the way he pretty much tries to like meet with the family and stuff like that. But we know a little bit more. He has a bit of a small backstory though of like what he does in the very middle of the movie though. When he gets introduced though, he was a pretty good old man. He was just nice, just helping out Ellie from from a splinter that she got from her foot after she was exploring Pet Sematary though. And then we get to see them bond with each other and stuff like that. And I thought to me that was really cool and touching though. But then when everything hits the fan, we pretty much know exactly what happens to him, and what he kind of has a bit of a dark backstory though, and how the way everything unsettled for them though. All I can say is this: his backstory is explored even more with the deleted scenes though, because I don't want to spoil much though, but I thought to me he does okay. So Judd, he was a pretty good supporting cast here too, and I thought to me he was really good though. Let's talk about even though I didn't mention him too, I thought the little boy, the son, I thought he was okay. So yeah. Oh yes, the stupid cat right over here, Church the cat, adorable in the very beginning, but when everything pretty much, let's just say, goes with the cat and comes back, and after that, all thanks to Judd. Even though they're gonna bury the cat in Pet Sematary though, but Judd pretty much acknowledges Lewis to pretty much bury the cat over there to the other place, which is pretty much haunted, and seeing that his voices in his head pretty much just lured him there. How the way this cat went from adorable all the way to this demonic figure right over here. Oh God, and man, I hate that cat. When they brought that cat back from the dead, that was a huge mistake. And that's when everything just completely changes everything. And I don't want to spoil much though, but when the cat comes back from the dead, things get completely unsettling though. Scary, great, but okay, let's talk about cons about this movie. The build-up in this movie, the movie has a slow pace. That's all I can say, though. The build-up was really good, though, especially with the part with the cat, though. But it goes even a little slower, though. But how the way it turns on in the very beginning all the way to the end, all I can say is this. Don't listen to the... All I can say is this. Don't go somewhere dark, cloudy, and very haunting, because you can never know what could happen. Even though I had a dark experience too, and driving at the night in Mexico, learning about the stories over there, don't do it. Thankfully, I'm back. So, yeah. And that happened recently too, so don't do it. Don't do it. And yeah, slow pacing, that's my only con. Is it scary? There is a few jump scares though. I thought that it was okay. From the very beginning with the trucks and stuff like that, the hospital scene, the mother's backstory, the cats, sort of, and how the way everything unsettles in the very final act, though. And yeah, there's some scary moments though, and the build up though, it's slow, but it's bad though. But that's about it though. So. Yeah, there are scary moments though, so, and they're not bad though, so they're okay. Is it better than the original? I haven't seen the original though, but I heard that the original is much more superior than this one, and I agree, because even though I see small parts of the original though, and part of the ending though, because the ending, I'll admit, the ending of the original movie, it hit me. I'll admit, and I agree. I think the original is better than this one. This one, it's kind of a disappointment. And is this movie worth watching? Well, for horror fans, you'll give enjoyment though. And since it's out now on Blu-ray, though, I give this one a watch and try it out, though. And then after that, yeah, you watch the scary movie, though. You don't want to watch it repeatedly, though. My final verdict on this movie, I'm going to have to go with... It's tough. I really want to give it a 6 out of 10. But I'm going to have to go 5. 5 out of 10. It's half-baked, though. Why? Because I think the original, though, seeing small parts of the movie, though, is okay, though. The build-up is very slow, though. Even though when the cat when the cat dies and they bring it back from the dead, and the cat pretty much do some pretty crazy stuff and stuff like that. And then when the daughter pretty much dies, I was like, that sucks, though. But the motivation, though, to pretty much do that, I was like, oh, but... That's what happened in the original, too, but they didn't do it in that way, though. To me, this is kind of like a retelling. They go with something different, though. That's what I heard. And that's about it, though. And the only highlights of this movie, that there was some horror stuff about this, too. The cat was cool. And the girl, she was great, though. But later on, how the way she gets unfolded in the very end, though. Crazy, though. And then also, Judd was a cool character, though. And the father was cool, and the mom was okay, though. But... Her backstory was pretty tragic, though, and it affected her mind completely, though. And yeah, that's about it, though. And so. I hate to say this, but it's not going to be on my honorable mention anymore, though. After seeing this, I'm kind of a bit of I'm disappointed, though, especially with the Dumbo movie, though. But this one, it is what it is. So that's about it, guys. It's a 5 out of 10. If you guys seen it, let me know what you think on the comments down below. And cat, please go away. I got a cross. Look at that, I got a cross right here. Okay, we're good. Oh, and one last thing. Since I watched this on Blu-ray and watching the alternate ending, I didn't like it at all. The alternate ending was even worse. It was it was disturbing, but it didn't help. But you know what? Not every horror movie ends in a very, positive way, but I don't know, it was just unsettling. And yeah. But anyways, guys, that's it. I don't know what I'm going to be reviewing next. Maybe I might check out Stuber on Tuesday, so I'll give it that a watch, and I'll be reviewing The Lion King. And I do want to do a video game review for you guys, though, but I'll give you guys a bit of a decision, though. I'll post that on Monday or on Sunday, just in case, to see what game you guys want me to review next. I've done Fortnite already. I've done Devil May Cry 5. I want to know what you guys want me to do next. Let me know. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.